liberty of, as I always do, drawing us a card, an oracle card for our circle this evening. And tonight I intuitively chose the Universal Folk Oracle deck. I love this deck. I can't remember where I got this deck, but I'm sure you can find it online. And the card that I drew for tonight's circle is number 14. This is Threshold. Number 14, Threshold. Shout out to my beloved friend and spirit sister LA and her company Thresholding. She talks about thresholding quite a bit. And so it feels like, wow, with this powerful event that's coming overnight tomorrow night with the Scorpio full super blood moon. Did I mention it's also a blood moon? So when we have this total lunar eclipse, basically the earth is passing between the sun and the moon, and they're all three going to be aligned, which is what causes, the earth's shadow is what's going to be blocking out the moon for that lunar eclipse. And as the sun is behind the earth and projecting onto the moon, those atmospheric, there's a refraction of that light, and it makes the moon look kind of a reddish color, hence the blood moon. And this is the first blood moon that we've had this year as well. And so lots and lots of power, and we are indeed on a threshold. And here's what this card says, and it shows a girl holding a beautiful rabbit standing in front of a chapel, and there are UFOs in the background, so it'll be interesting to find out what this one's all about. It says threshold, perception, surrender, dissolve, and illusion. So here's what it says. It says, quiet the busy mind from its constant seeking. At the threshold of enlightenment, there requires a great letting go of many constructs. The girl stands at the threshold of a chapel of her own making. The white puka rabbit holds a charm with the number 23 representing the synchronicity and signs that brought her here. The trickster mind and revolving door of new constructs and quote-unquote reality tunnels represented by the spaceships tell her she is almost there, but the final steps are the most perilous and full of distraction. It is helpful to use smoky quartz to ground and center when dissolving old belief systems. So definitely a great time to put smoky quartz on your altars because that absorbs negative energies as well. It says, you may be on a wondrous path of knowledge building and seeking in this life. Recognize the threshold to your own chapel and notice how busy it became with your beliefs and revelations. Understand in this moment that much needs to be released before you can enter your imminent state of peace. So as always, our card really fits perfectly with these themes right now of letting go and release around the full moon. And this feels like a really big one. One of my favorite astrologers, I'm sure you've heard me reference before, Pam Gregory, who you can find on YouTube as well. A great YouTube channel, wonderful deep dive into astrology with Pam Gregory. She can also help you find your birth chart and explain all of that on a deeper level than I'm able to do. But basically what she was saying is it feels like this release and this letting go is something that's so big that perhaps it's more of a permanent nature. And so you might want to kind of take a look at that and take a look at where Scorpio, what house that's in your birth chart, and that might be where you're releasing and letting go of a more permanent nature, something pretty big. And in releasing and in letting go, it may feel like you're losing something, but the beauty of it is that you're actually standing to gain great abundance. And Scorpio also that sign can be associated with money and great abundance. And so rather than seeing this release, seeing this letting go, and seeing it as something that you're losing and meeting it with resistance, can we open up to it? Like with the flow of water being more flexible, and allow this to open up the space for us to have great gains in that direction once we let go of something that is perhaps blocking us, maybe has been blocking us all of our lives around, perhaps it's issues of money, perhaps it's issues of relationships. We're going really deep into emotions right now, and maybe that's what's coming up for you. Whatever it is that's coming up for you, I encourage you to take the time to meditate and reflect and allow the illumination of this big, bright, beautiful, super blood flower moon and total lunar eclipse. Allow it to really light your path. Allow it to open you up to your own truth, and to allow you to find that ministry of truth that each and every one of us has beating in our chest. We don't need anyone or anything outside of us to tell us what the truth is. We have the gift of our heart to show us the way. And that's where the truth truly lies, when we get in touch with our intuition.